just love the drama.
Biggest U-turn since winter fuel allowance.
Cut that.
Because loose lips sink ships.
And what the fans want is to stop teams being owned by madmen.
Listen, you're really making a mess here. You're not doing what you're supposed to be doing. We're getting really cross with you.
The sticky patch came when the rest of the team's sticky patch came, which was sort of January onwards.
Grumble, boobs joke, hot ones.
No, let me tell you, I don't have to look at this objectively at all.
The Wednesday week!
Put on your podcast!
Hello, good evening, and welcome to another episode of the Wednesday week. My apologies in advance if I do sound a little laboured this evening, because I was out until 6 a.m. drinking blue drink with some bona fide Geordies. If anybody knows what blue drink is, it's WKD Blue, and it's what Geordies drink when they've had too much lager. Joining me this evening, I've got Ash, Stevie, and Holly. Welcome back, H. It's been a hot minute. How you getting on? You all right?
What's happened since our last on? Out?
Oh, we've won every game.
Yeah.
Scoring goals for fun.
We've literally had one shot on target.
Rich.
See, I'm only here for the shots. That's why.
Hey!
So yes, Ash, how was prison this week? All right? Did they let you walk in the yard with your new haircut?
Yeah, man. Yeah. I did a half an hour with good behaviour, mate. I got me exercising. Yeah, thanks for that. Yeah. Doing good.
Stevie, how are you? Are you got a lovely filter on? You're looking fabulous this evening. Look at him. Is it touch up my appearance? Are you wearing eyeliner?
I don't know. I do look pretty, don't I?
You don't know if you're wearing makeup or not. Heavy night?
No, the filter, you donut.
Yeah. If you do work out what that is, can you let me and Ollie know about it? That'd be, you know what I mean? If you have worked
I feel au natural at the moment, so maybe it is the camera trick. It's in real life.
Yeah, the old touch up my appearance routine. I know how that works. So listen, let's get the say again.
Stevie, it must just be AI. I've never seen him in real life.
AI Stevie, that's what it is. Yeah. So yesterday at 12:01, Sheffield Wednesday were in action against Swansea City in Abertawe in South Wales at the is it the Swansea.com stadium nowadays? Is that what it's called? We were up against 16th place Swansea City, a team that aren't exactly setting the world on fire. However, they've got a striker who's joint top scorer in the league. So obviously we were going to go there and batter them, weren't we, Ash? Right? We were going to absolutely go tearing in.
Yeah, mate. Yeah, you got to, haven't you? Yeah, you look at you good, like you said, the heady heights of 16th. You fancy yourself, don't you, on the road? No, do you, like? As anyone would have seen our predictions, the guys put out, we were all, apart from Charlie, bereft of any sort of. Oh, there you are. Look at that. Hey, admin's on point tonight.
Ready to go, mate. Ready to go.
Well, you can see Charlie is just a point she's come up with, and the rest of us went for just narrow losses, which obviously didn't come to fruition, did they?
Yeah, it was like we smelt blood, and I don't know where we got that from. Like, why would we? You know what I mean? Like, why do we even feel any type of confidence given the way it's been since Boxing Day? But Stevie, let's get into the game. It was shit from start to finish. It was absolutely awful. Now, the interesting thing about it is, right, we had a couple of new signings. Playing in the game. So, for example, in the lineup there, you've got Adaramola and Dala making their start as well, and Yates, who's probably on his third game for us, and things like that. There was always going to be some cohesion. I weren't expecting a lot from them, but was it Adaramola who didn't pick up the man for the first goal, didn't get goal side?
Yes, him, not Liam Palmer, as was getting called out in the.
Liam Palmer weren't in the same postcode, so it can't have been him.
Yeah, look, we set off, and we knew, like you just said about the cohesion, when you're putting new lads in, and they're of a varying level of experience and have been playing elsewhere for however long, you don't know how they're going to gel. And I actually thought we started all right, as we normally do, but it's the same old story, isn't it? The first goal goes in, and it's a carbon copy of about 10 goals we've conceded in the last 10 games, and that's it. You're on your arse and you're chasing the game, and you can't even say we might get back into it, and we're hopeful of an equaliser, because at the minute we don't look like getting a shot on target. We don't look like we're creating anything. We'll probably get into the stats as we go through it, but the XG is a nightmare. Our goal scoring is a nightmare, and there's nothing up top. We look totally toothless. So 18 minutes in, it was game over, wasn't it?
Yeah, pretty much. As soon as you get that notification on your phone, or as soon as you see it hit the back of the onion bag, you go, like it's the Eddie Hearn meme where you go, oh, fuck. Like, you know what I mean? It's kind of like that, and you go, well, that's it. Interesting one here, H. Our new signing, Teo. I don't know how it's pronounced. We spelt his name wrong on the back of his shirt, so that's fun, isn't it?
Standard. It's like we're trying to find new ways to be more shit.
Yeah.
I kind of think that I've got to the point where, like, it's that bad, and you're expecting that bad of a loss every week, that I've become so numb to it that I kind of think, even the 100 Years' War ended at some point. Sometimes, like, I kind of think maybe about a month ago I said I can't even visualize any of our players actually scoring. Like, I can't imagine any situation where they would kick the ball or head the ball towards the goal and it'd go in. But it ain't even going to hit anybody else on the arse and go in.
That's it, right? We're not competitive at all, and I'm intrigued to see how these new lads settle in and all the rest of it. But when you look at Boxing Day, right, that gave me an absolute false sense of competitiveness, because I was like, look at us just scoring a couple of goals out of no, just couple of lads just bagging away. How did that come about? That seems,
and that weren't against a poor team.
They were like fourth at the time. Bloody rubbish. And then the first half, Ash, just kind of petered out. Like, McNeil had a long shot, and then Cullen hit the crossbar for them, didn't he? And then the second half came, and listen, Murphy Cooper, I think, has been a great signing for us. Actually, I'm excited to see more of him. I think he's good. And I tell you what, when that third one went in as well, when he lost his mind at the defence, really enjoyed that as well. But this free kick from Zamba Potnik is incredible. Ash, you very rarely see an old school Mighty Ducks knuckleball, do you?
I never do see it, mate, because I've not watched it.
All right. Honestly,
no, it was a thunder bastard, weren't it? Excuse my language, but having seen Stevie's t-shirt, I don't think I can bring the swearing with those. If anyone's not seen it on the thing, he's got I don't know who it is. Who's that? Some geezer with his fingers pointing up, middle fingers up.
It's Stone Cold Steve Austin from the extended universe of WWE/F in Old Money. That he watches as a grown man, who's the father of children. That he watches whilst consuming meals alongside tomato ketchup. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Apparently, Steve is an 8-year-old.
Mate, you were up till 6 a.m. watching 20 minutes worth of sport.
Yeah.
Through the night.
Got you there. He's got you there.
Kidding me?
Battered that one with a straight back.
Sports.
Oh, what should we do? It's a Super Bowl. Shall we stay up all night and watch it?
Sports. I am absolutely stinking. And it's dawned on me as well. I'm sorry, I'm abandoning the football here, aren't I? I got that drunk. Right, my boss called me at like 10 o'clock. Danny, you on this call? Yeah, I'll be on it. Like, call at 2 o'clock, and I'm thinking, yeah, stop that. And I put my phone in. It was 10:05. He called me. Checkout time was 11. And you put your phone down and go, I'll have another 20 minutes. Just come round a bit, have a bit of a scroll. Passed out completely. At 1 minute past 11, the entire hotel had a fire alarm check. I have never jumped out of a hotel bed like so quick, like, you know what I mean? Like, fucking hell, what is going on here? And then did that sheepish armadillo walk down into the reception and put your card in the little slot and just sheepishly walk out the door. And then I went and sat in a car park of a mosque and had a 2-hour nap. Did all right. Made the call. Can't remember a damn thing from it. What we're talking about? And then
free kick. It were right thunder bastard when he put his laces through it. I don't think. If it's coming straight at you at that pace as a keeper, I know it's gone straight at him and just over him. Bit harsh, innit? Do you think, on the keeper? I've been quite impressed with him, honestly, over the last.
I really have.
Yeah. Last 3 minutes, hard.
Anybody blaming him, really?
Well, my Charlie is obviously a Barnsley fan, so we don't listen to what his opinion is. He loved him. But before they took that free kick, he said it's going to go over him. He's too short. And then it did. So I just very slowly turned and were like, didn't need to know that. But I kind of also think, why did the wall leave a gap? But it would have taken anybody into the back of the net, I think.
Yeah, body's on the line. You're supposed to put your balls, face, whatever in front of it.
Tits and teeth.
Yeah, that's the one.
If it had not gone over him, it would have gone through him. You can't lay any blame on the goalkeeper. Like has been said, I think he's done really well. And I know I work with a couple of Barnsley fans who are sort of their feedback was he's a decent shot stopper, but he's got a bit of a rick in him, and he's prone to making a mistake here and there. And you kind of hold him to that gold standard, if you want, of Piers Charles. And it's been documented on here that he's not necessarily covered himself in any sort of glory in recent weeks with some of the things that the goals that we've conceded. I think Murphy Cooper's been great. I do. I think he's been really he's better than we could have expected. You compare him to Ethan Horvath, you compare him to even, I know he's only there for a game or so, but Joe Lumley and what have you. We found a goalkeeper that, in spite of everything, he's going to get his experience into, and that's if he's out on loan to get some experience playing behind that back line. He's going to get plenty of it. But I've no qualms, no complaints, and I don't think there's another goalkeeper in the league that would have saved that shot yesterday.
No. And there was a couple of shots as well with Ndai. Is it Ndai? Ndala. Sorry, my apologies. Ndala fluffed the clearance and it got smashed wide by their striker. And just the new lads, you could just see were just a bit off the pace. You could tell they'd not played competitive football for a while. I felt watching them dance around. And then the third goal was essentially just a breakaway. Vopotnik scoring again. Guys on fire. I find it incredible that a big old meat and tater striker like that scored something like, was it 15 goals now? Was he on 13 or something like that?
Now, isn't it? He was on 13 before yesterday, I think.
Yeah. And they're only 16th in the league. I find it absolutely incredible. They've got a striker what scores goals, which if you listen to any output, that's all people talk about. Where do you get them from? He's an old school number 9 and all that, and you know what I mean. And Swansea have got one.
Yeah, it's all confidence as well, though, isn't it? It's all for him to, excuse my French, twat that ball that hard and just go for it. He's got to be confident. And like you say, he scored, what is it, nearly 20 goals this season? 15, yeah. You've got to be having shots on target to get the confidence, and we're just not getting anywhere near that. What's Jerry Yates got 1 shot on target in the games he's played? I mean,
we have to get the ball to have a shot, though, don't we?
Yeah, I know. It's yeah, but it helps, doesn't it? It could be like you said, big ass striker, but don't matter what type of striker you are. If you're hitting the ball and scoring, you're going to be confident. You're going to be taking them shots from anywhere. And
right, but I tell you what, look, confidence is low, and I like that you brought that up, Ash, because I feel a lot more people are turning on Henrik Pedersen, and I'm responsible for starting that conversation to an extent. So I feel like we could have an open forum. Holly, you've not been here to defend him. That's if you wanted to. We like I'm very I don't dislike it, but I'm really fed up. I'm just bored of, well, he did stop on and nobody else wanted to. Couldn't give a shit.
Well, yeah, but like when Rotherham were the poorest before us in the Championship, their manager every week went, I've got an honest bunch of players, and that was his version of I'm proud of the boys, and he said it every single week, and their fans got sick of it. But what else can you say? What do you want him to say? Oh, that this person were good. They were all shite. So what do you want him to
Holly,
say?
What do I want him to say? That's a good question. I want him to go for that 4th goal. Gabriel Otabello had his arse handed to him and got sent.
No, you want him to actually call
out players.
No, that's how would that help?
Can't do that, can we? Yeah.
Do you think that Otegbeo's is going to come out like Pele the next week because he's been called out? Absolutely not. You just, in the last bit, said people are low on confidence. And now what you're thinking is Let's call them out then. Make them feel
Call 'em
even shitter about themselves.
Call them out. Call them out. I feel that the world is in a worse place because we don't have the row. We don't have the difficult conversations. I feel like people get away with murder in the street. People get away with murder at work because people are scared of having the frank conversations. People are scared of going, take your feet off the other seat on the train, you scruffy pig. You know, don't park outside the shop with your hazard lights on, you ignorant clown, because you parked over the dip curb. You know what I mean? Things like that. When did we stop doing that? When did we stop calling it out?
That is Henrik Pedersen's fault. I think he does tell people to set the feet off the seats, to be honest.
He might do. He might do. But he also needs to say, Gabriel Otabeo, that was fucking rubbish. Do you know what I mean?
I just don't think that's the case. I don't think that's the answer.
Do you want him to go full Phil Brown? Sit him down in centre circle?
Yeah.
And give it the old thing round him. Right? Yeah.
Every manager I have heard go on the radio, I mean, Kevin Blackwell did it when he were at Sheffield United, and it was the beginning of the end. And loads of them do it as soon as they start calling players out. That old Luton manager did it before he got sacked or whatever. But like they do it when it's the beginning of the end, when they start going, "Oh, that was your fault, so and so." Like that's when everybody goes, right, he's finally lost.
Well, all right. I don't mind it when I think it was Chris Wilder actually did it about 2 weeks ago, didn't he? When they had a bit of dip in form and he went, some of those players haven't impressed me. They've gone out there and they had an opportunity to impress me, and they've got it wrong. They've absolutely dropped their ass in an opportunity to get in the team. Now, because there's no jeopardy of losing your shirt, they're phoning it in. They're phoning it in, and we've got fans. We have 1,600 fans. 1,600 fans go down to Swansea to watch what? To watch what?
Yeah, but that's him calling him out ain't going to change that, is it? It's a different scenario. That's like Guardiola going, "Oh, he were a bit shit today." Haaland, and then Haaland, like, so Haaland's not 20 odd games without a win, feeling like worst person, shit on your shoe, playing in a league 2 leagues higher than his actual standard, is it? So he doesn't really care. Oh, I'll just come back again next week, then that's fine. It's the situation you just described is not the same. Calling him out will only make things worse. I don't understand how you think that would be like, do you know what? If he'd have called out Otegbayo, then next week against Millwall, that's your man of the match. That is not going to happen. It's a different situation. And unfortunately, regardless of whatever magical situation you've got in your head, they are going to be shit every week, and they are low on confidence, and they're not good enough for this league. So every single week, that's still going to be the case, no matter if the fairy godmother gives them a speech. Nelson Mandela could come and give them a speech. It ain't going to help. It could do the post-match interview. That's not going to help either, because anything you say is just words. They're not good enough.
What about if Darren Moore gave the speech? Because that was supposed to be a good one for the playoff semi-final.
That's true.
Yeah.
Bring back.
Go on then, Dan. What would you want Pedersen, or how would you want Pedersen to call these players out?
I tell you what, I think I've said it a couple of times on this show the last couple of weeks. Is I feel that Henrik Pedersen knew it was going to be bad and didn't understand how bad, because we've had 2 exoduses of players, right? We've had this one that's gone through in January, and then the one that happened in the early part of the season in the summer. And he knew it was going to be tough. Tough was probably how bad he thought it was, the worst it was going to get. What it's been is an absolute dumpster fire of a season, and it's got worse and worse and worse. We've been unlucky with injuries. We've been unlucky with the training ground. We've been unlucky with the EFL taking an absolute age to get over the line with this takeover. You know what I mean? It's been tougher than anybody expected, and to the point where we've ended up losing our captain that's been with us for 11 years. Do you know what I mean? And I think he's on his ass, and I don't think he's even trying anymore to try and motivate these players, because he can't motivate himself. Now, I'm sorry, if you can't motivate yourself in a job that you're handsomely paid for to do, fuck off. Go. I honestly, there'll be Mark the Pitsmore Owl would have more passion in that dressing room than he would right now.
But that's just a fallacy that when it's saying, "Oh, bring the passion," oh well, let's have Lee Peacock back running around after every single ball and still not being good enough and still not doing anything. Like, that's just ridiculous, though, isn't it? Because that's still not going to make him any better. I don't know. I think you're asking for the wrong stuff from the wrong people. I think we just have to write this season off and just accept it. I think
I am all down for writing this season off. I've been there for a long time. We know where this is going. We know where this is going to end up. But the difference is, are we competitive? We're looking at odds before a game where the odds before the Swansea game was 76% in Swansea's favour, 16% draw, and the rest was us. That's how uncompetitive we are perceived to be. And I just want to make a fist of it. I want to go down with a swing. I want to see an elbow. I want to see a dirty tackle. What I don't want to see is Gabriel Otabeyo get nutmegged on his own penalty spot.
Well, so Jay Gately put in the comments a bit ago about, would you rather that we went more attacking? But if you go more attacking, that means that instead of it being 4-0, we could have gone more attacking, missed like we always do, and then lost 6-0 or 7-0. So would you rather we went for it and the results were even worse? Can it get any worse? I mean, the whole game was competitive, wasn't it? And it was a draw. I kind of at the time in the game said, well, we might as well go for it because a draw does nothing. A win, it's win or nothing. And now we're at the point where it's nothing or nothing. But did the draw do enough? Like, if we'd have gone for it in that game, we'd have probably lost, wouldn't we? So would you rather that we got that point against Hull and actually had something to cling to at that point?
Hey, cheering 2 goals I was happy with. Welcome to the conversation, Stevie and Ash. Stevie, what about you? Because I tell you what, I'll come back to you. I'll give you a minute. I'll go with some adverts and then we'll come to you about this HB question, because I noticed we're getting a couple of comments about it as well.
Don't go anywhere too far. It's only time for the adverts.
So in the meantime, while we've been talking about this, Beth said, I haven't seen enough evidence remotely HP's motivation or professionalism to be called into question. I have. You can see it in his body language. I feel like his post-match interviews are a draw, and to the point where I don't really give a shit what he's got to say. I would rather him not do one. You know what I mean? Because you're right, H. What else has he got to say? What else can he say? I'd rather him not do one. But then Craig says HP isn't tactically good enough. We're weak as shit in midfield, and so they bypass it, and it turns teams around rather than tip-tap backwards and sideways. I agree. I don't think we've got any tactical edge, and Paul Ferrugia's doubled down on that with we haven't got a competitive starting 11. Stevie, am I digging out HP incorrectly here, or do you feel like there's something there?
I think that if we were having this conversation in November, I'd be saying you were digging him out incorrectly. And I don't think things have changed in terms of circumstance necessarily. But I understand the clamour for something different. The flip side of that is I don't know what different is. So to an extent, I won't say I agree with both of you. I don't necessarily think it's right to be calling for HP's head.
It wouldn't achieve anything. It wouldn't achieve anything.
It's not a level
for me. Sheffield Wednesday are a huge club in League One. We're like a cup final every week in League One. He's showing me nothing to deserve to be there next season, which I guess is what I'm saying.
Yeah. So to that point, then, what I would say is it fair to judge him with the squad that we've got, with the well-documented loss of players that we have, the circumstances around it, the admin, the uncertainty around the takeover, and everything else that he's dealing with on a day-to-day basis? It was you, Dan, yesterday. You put something on X, and forgive me, I can't remember the context of what it was, but you called something out about 6 months, and you were saying that it's not right. It was Barry Bannon, and you talked about him going, and you said, would you do this? Would you take that wage cut and stick around in those circumstances? And you said you wouldn't. And yet here is a man who is still doing what he's doing. So it's very difficult in that sense to say, right, I wouldn't trust him in League One. I understand the sentiment that it's very difficult to say that you'd accept him at the start of next season. I think if anything, what's happening is the way that things are going at the moment isn't currying him with any favour, because he's being held up as being some sort of scapegoat by a lot of people for where we are in terms of the performances, the lack of goals. Everybody's looking at him for something different. But if you take the Otagbeo argument, and that, I don't want to call players out. I don't like doing it. But that fourth goal, he was folded like a deck chair. He was absolutely on his arse. But I'm looking down the line and I'm thinking, is there an extent and an argument that we're protecting Cole McGee for next year potentially? Are we taking some of these young lads out the firing line? The bottom line is we haven't got anything different to play. That's a fact. We can't put anybody in. So when we talk about changing it, the only way we can change it is with tactics. The tactics that we've got are being deployed, potentially for damage limitation. So we're trying to stop those 4-0s becoming 7-0s. I understand that, but at the same time, we've got an account because Dan, we can't keep rocking out and losing. We've got a duty of care to the players that we're going to have next year. Nobody wants to go out and lose 7-0. We don't, and I don't think it's
I'd rather lose 7-2 than 4-0.
Of course, but I think going out there and going hell for leather, I don't think it's going to make a difference. I don't think we're automatically going to start scoring goals. With due respect, I don't think that Jamal Lowe is going to get another 2-3 goals this year. He's not showing me anything. And we find those situations. We could change it in the midfield. We can go long. I like, to an extent, the bits that I've seen of Jerry Yates, or I did, but he's becoming stale already. And I don't want, like I said, it's just where we are and the way that we're playing. But if you look at a big target man, which Jerry Yates is putting himself about, the bloke's 5'9". Do you know what I mean? So he's not going to be up there challenging. You look at these centre halves. As it happens tonight, Sheffield United are playing. They're the team that everybody fears is going to potentially relegate us, or it's going to happen that weekend. Do you want to watch Jerry Yates play against Mark McGuinness and Tanganga and Ben Mee and whoever else and expect him to get any change out of him? It's not going to happen. In the middle of the park, we're going to get overrun. The best we can hope for is damage limitation. Keep things nice and tight as best we can. But we're not suddenly going, right, hell for leather, we're going to start scoring goals. I just don't see it.
Do you not feel
what we got left? We've got 10 games, 12 games. If we've got 12 games, I'm sorry, I should know the answer to this. If we've got 12 games left, I'll call it now on what date is it? The 9th of February. I don't think we score another 10 goals this season.
I don't think we'll get to 0 points. No, I don't think we'll get to -4.
However, it's a bit of a tangent. To go back to the Pedersen thing, I don't.
There's 15 games left.
15 games. We won't get 10 goals. We won't score 10 goals. We're not going to get 7 points. And we're standing here, and I have to feel for Henrik Pedersen, because he's the guy whose face is there all the time. He goes out, he knows what's coming, he knows he's going to get asked the questions, he knows he's going to have to come up with a response. Proud of the boys. I'm a bit tired of it. Yeah, I think we all are. But at the end of the day, like we've said, what else can he say? What else is he going to do? How else is he going to change it? All of a sudden, are we going to start putting on the young kids? Are they going to make a difference? We've tried that with Reece Johnson. That didn't work. We've had some success with Weaver. I've seen an argument that we don't play Weaver next season because we need to look after him. The guy's going to be 20. Yeah, we've got kids that are playing Champions League football. We don't need to look after these players. We just need the right players in the right conditions. But at the moment, I don't think it is.
Let me proffer up why proud of the boys irritates me. I am not proud of the way Gabriel Otagbeo played on Sunday. I'm not proud of it, and it's like a handshake before a football match. It means nothing when you do it, but when you don't do it, it means everything. And when he stands there and says proud of the boys, given some of the performances that were on that pitch, it means nothing. It's just words, and so stop it. You know what I mean? Stop it. It was limp. It was awful. It was moribund. It was tepid, and all the other things I can name. But I tell you what, before I go to you, Ash, I've started a few comments, and this is absolutely beautiful. This I've got Andrew Osborne is having a meltdown in real time. He's that angry about the game on Sunday, right? He went with absolutely infuriated, and then he went with infuriated me, and then he went absolutely infuriated me yesterday. he's just angrily smashing his keyboard. And you know what, Andrew? I absolutely get it. And now I'm getting Now I'm getting chewed out for outed Gabriel Otabey. I was embarrassed for him on that last goal. It annoyed me. I predict between now and the end of the season, Dan will buy more shirts from Mr. Meadows than WFC will score goals. That you wouldn't get good odds on that, to be fair, Lee. I feel like that'd be a poor bet, not worth a fiver. Ash, wrap it up for me.
I'm just enjoying sitting here and listening to this. It's lovely. It's good.
Ash,
not
get a
being
poll
involved.
on so people can
I
vote
know,
whether they agree with me or fudge.
I was
And
actually
then they'll vote
Googling
on
that
it.
to see how you could get one up, but I don't know if you can on it. I think you can if you go on YouTube instead of through StreamYard. But
it's a good question, though. Just to give you a bit of thinking time, right? So Beth says he's setting a precedent. So when he isn't proud of the boys after getting shagged at the lane in a couple of weeks, Izzy says Weaver, Thornton, Fuseri, and Brown have made a case to play in League One. Not sure many of the other lads have, though. Izzy, I like your point there, but the fact that you put Fuseri in there ruined it. But then Duncan's going, we disagree, Stevie. We can change style and system. I don't think we use the wings enough anymore. And I like this as a conversation.
I'm not sorry. Can I just before you get the floor, Duncan, I'm not disagreeing with you. I think we can. I just don't think there's any point. I don't think it's sorry. I don't think it makes a difference.
What's the point? What we do?
Trying to not get back. You try something, wouldn't you? We're getting one shot on target a game. We've got to try something, surely. I know. I can hear what you're saying, Steve. It's pointless we're losing every week, but is it? I don't know. Definition of is it madness if you keep doing the same thing
over and over again?
Same result.
Did we change formation a little bit on Sunday? We went to 4-2-3-1. We haven't always played that, have we? Because we normally build the team around Bannon, so we've had an opportunity to change things a little bit. So I believe that was a different formation a little bit, wasn't it?
I think he just threw the magnets at the board and said, do what you want. but the results, other than this Swansea one, the results actually have been slightly better. Like been than when we started the season. We actually have got a little bit better. So this one was just a second verse, same as the first, back to the start of the season thing, I think. But yeah.
Second verse, start again. Second verse, same as the first.
Second verse, same as the first.
Is that from a song that we used to sing at Scout Camp or something?
I think you went to different Scout Camp to me.
It's Henry VIII. I'm Henry VIII.
Yeah, is that one? That's it. Yeah. Oh, actually, sidebar talking about wrong-uns and what you're implying there. At work the other day, I had to close the club room because we had a party where a mixer for 250 swingers and doggers. Right, they were all just getting together. All these couples just coming in.
How many of them went up, Dan?
They all wanted to check my hand. Lots of lotion.
Oh,
and
make sure they're clean.
And you know, these are just normal people. I'm not kink shaming people or anything like that. Don't get me wrong. But they started swinging in the club room at like 1 a.m. You know, you're like,
what are you doing having swings inside?
Lads. Yeah, it's Brighton, mate. You know what I mean? They you know what I mean? You know what I mean? It just was what it was. It was just something I'd never been on the periphery of. And it's difficult to operate the CCTV with just the one hand. Anyway, move on.
Well, I'm glad you brought that up.
I had a punchline for it, but I can't remember what it was.
Hold tight, kids. It's advert time. Hold tight, kids. It's advert time.
Right then, Ash. Sorry, did we Andrew, bless him, knob. Andrew, I was agreeing with you. I was agreeing with you, but I like that. I had a good old fashioned knob like that, just knob.
I bet you are.
What about the comment above it? Get the comment above it up. Get the comment above it up.
Liam Palmer was our most composed player yesterday. Not much competition though. He did save a certain goal. He did on that one. He did. He was trashed the week before, but he clearly, I thought he dug one up. I said trash the week before. I think he was just one or two mistakes.
We're proud of him the week before, but not this time.
Yeah, we were proud. We're proud of everybody. Where are we? What's happening? Ash, let's talk about. I tell you what. Let's talk about some statistics. Ashley, I know you're a stats guy. Let's talk about that. So, 39% possession, but the XG there. That's a concerning one, isn't it? Look at that. So. The XG, Swansea scored 4 goals. Their expected goals was 1.87. We scored no goals, and our expected goals was 0.06. That is rubbish. That is awful. That is awful. Why are we going? 1,600 people went to Swansea. Yeah. Where's the 0.06 from? Where's that one?
I don't give two shits, Dan. I really don't.
So,
what do we get from 0.06 xG? What? We know we're not getting shots on target. We know we're not scoring. We don't need a pointless stat. Oh, you set me off on stats, mate. What? They got 1.86 but scored 4 goals. So what does 1.86 mean?
Right. So let me tell you about the entomology of expected goals.
Oh, please don't. I don't give a shit. I'm just saying it doesn't matter.
It means we were even worse than.
Yeah, we're even worse than
we know we're even worse. Oh no, I don't like it. Stats. Look, no shots on target. Whoopie do. 3 shots in the whole 90 minutes. Whoopie do. We're dog shit. We don't need stats to tell us that.
I'll tell you what, Andrew's absolutely nailed it. Let's just all go pub.
He said that after you told that story.
Oh, he wants to go to that pub. Yeah, you don't want to go to that pub. You don't want to go this.
Yeah, sorry for being negative on stats. I just think my whole thing, you can make it look, sound, whatever you want to fit whatever narrative. So I think it's pointless.
Stu Williams says 0.06 is how many stickers Ash needs for his Panini album. How are you getting on with that, Ash? By the way, how close are we to finishing it?
I think I need 60 stickers, but one of the Wednesday week followers and tuner inners has reached out. He's got some stock, so we've swapped some swaps via the medium of postage. So it's getting there. It's getting there.
So if you do want to slide into Ash's DMs, his phone number is 07.
Do it.
Yeah. Get into
or just go to that pub and stall 2 on the wall. Get the number from there.
Yeah.
That's not true,
don't slide the little
true.
door back. Stevie, these are concerning statistics here. Ironically, we had more offsides than they did. They hit the woodwork one.
So you want to mean about stats? There's a positive. Yes, more offsides.
I didn't get offside.
I tell you what, that James Board, if he takes over, is going to love me. His fucking data shit.
Yeah, isn't he like his entire shtick is statistics, isn't it?
Yeah, poker and shit. I do like
anyway.
Poker, Anyway,
let's bin this bollocks off because the fact we got 40 minutes after that Swansea game is absolutely incredible. Let's talk about something different now. What happens is these 3 that I'm on screen with right now are an absolute bloody nightmare. When these 3 specifically, when they get an idea, they will badger you until it happens. This time round, it was Holly's turn, and she's decided that because you have the first Monday in January known as Blue Monday, people are down. It's and the football's poor. You're skint after Christmas and things like that. Holly had the idea of getting people involved into a walk/run to generate some money for charity and to motivate people and to clear their heads somewhat. Do you want to tell us all about it, H, in better words than what I did?
Well, yeah, it's basically what you just said. So it's all a bit shit at the moment. There's loads of stuff going on in football and not football, and we thought that you could try and clear your head, but it doesn't necessarily have to be something that you have to do with others. You can just encourage other people remotely. And again, you don't have to be someone who runs miles and miles and miles. Any amount that you do is good enough, which is just as well, because I am definitely not a runner. And if anything, this probably makes things worse for me, just add into this stuff. But it's just for everybody to sort of collectively get together online, wherever you are, everywhere and nowhere, and add to the total. So we're trying to walk and run 1,867k before Easter. Is it before Easter?
Yes.
So yeah, you sign up. Ash has got all the stuff on all the social medias. It's £5. There'll be weekly prizes. There'll be a group chat, so you can say how far you've gone, or encourage people, or say get up and we'll will run now. And then at least, somebody somewhere is at least doing it at the same time as you. Like I say, you don't have to be with them for it to work, but you can add 1K or 10K or whatever you want to the total. And then, if you send Ash a £5, and then if you use the QR code, that takes you to our link tree, and it's the top link on our link tree. The sign-up form is there. I will be this evening adding you all to a group chat, and we'll be logging our mileage on Strava. If you're having any difficulties, please let us know. But I feel like I'm going to be doing IT support for the entire morning tomorrow while people are trying to log it. It starts tomorrow morning. It's not too late to join in, and you can join in later on. And we are trying to get to 1867 kilometers. Thank you, Holly. You don't have to do it. You don't have to do it on day one or whatever. Like I say, you can build up to it. You can see what everyone else is doing.
Yeah.
You can do what you want. Do what you want.
Should we just mention the charity that we're doing it for? So it's Strong Minds Together. It's a local Sheffield mental health charity that do a lot for adults, children, and also in football as well. They do quite a bit with football, so we thought it was quite a good mix and fit for us, being where we're supposed to talk about football on a Monday night, but Nelson Mandela and swingers weren't on the bingo card list. But you never know. But thank you. And you may get little social media updates from these guys of their walking and running efforts. So please join. It's going to be good.
Please join, because I am so unfit. I need someone else that's unfit to join and just be like scraping the barrel with me. Just like, we need some unfit people, not just the Stevies of the world. All right.
Let's move on. So, as a bit of an added bonus, we've got a bit of a special guest for you this evening. He's been in and around the Sheffield Wednesday community for a long time. I absolutely love it when we have him on the show, because it's so few and far between. I think he gets a different version of Dan Fudge every time he comes on, and it's formerly of the Star. It's the Dom Reaper, Doom's here. Dom Reaper, brilliant Dom. It's Dom Howson. Welcome to the show, mate. How's it going? You all right?
Very well, thank you. I'm glad that you've had me on, Dan, on the week where you've mentioned swingers, dogging, and Nelson Mandela. I feel like my year's already complete now.
Come back next week. We'll do it again.
Come back next week. I've got the swingers in again on Saturday, so if you are free and you are on the South Coast, pop down, mate. We'll have I'll introduce you to some people. Don't bring any keys, because somebody put them in the bowl and they didn't get them back. I've now got to go through a lost property thing and see. It's a whole thing.
Move on.
What car key was it?
Well, this is it, right? It was only a Saab, and they stopped making them 20 years ago, didn't they? You know what I mean? So
I knew this was the way that the show was going to go this week. Bear in mind, we can't touch on the football really from the weekend.
Yes, that's it. I'm running out.
We're just pretending it didn't happen. Yeah,
I'm running out of nonsense topics completely, Dom. So listen, let's touch briefly on Huddersfield as well. And I know this is going to sound ridiculous on this show, but ex-Sheffield Wednesday goalkeeper Lee Grant got his marching orders a couple of weeks ago. I was speaking to Richard Kosmala as well a couple of weeks ago, and I felt like Granty wasn't given a fair enough crack of the whip. They were sixth. They were still in the Virtue Trophy. Do you feel like he was a bit harsh done to?
No, not really. To be blunt, as someone who I remember interviewing Lee Grant a lot when he played for Wednesday, and as a person, really likable bloke, and I was desperate for him to do well. You want a rookie manager to go in and be a success, and unfortunately, he was given all the tools, but it wasn't working. If anything. If it wasn't for the results that they got over Christmas, I think he probably would have got sacked sooner than what he did. Wow. The trouble is that Lee Grant was always up against it with the expectations for Huddersfield as one of the biggest spenders in League One. And then they signed 14 new players, a brand new coaching staff. So Lee Grant had nowhere to hide. He had to just go in straight away, make a big impact. And for Huddersfield to be challenging for the top two. And by the time he left, they were clinging on in there for the playoffs. So to the outside looking in, Dan, I can see why you think it might have been harsh, because they were in the top six. It's not like they were out of promotion contention. But I think that the owner, who's invested a lot of money in the club for the last couple of years, he expected them to be closer to automatic promotion.
Interesting. But that was a brief little Terriers interlude there for you, boys and girls. So Dom, I tell you what, why don't you tell us about your current project, what you're doing, and why you're on the show?
Well, thank you very much for having me on. Really appreciate it. So I'm putting the finishing touches to my first book, Carlos Had a Dream. Oh, love it. Love seeing it. Yeah, it's been great. So I've been working on this for the last couple of months, but I actually thought about the concept and wanted to do the book for probably a couple of years ago was when I first thought about it. And then I left Reach in September, and I've just thrown myself really into writing this book, and I thought that it'd be amazing to do it and look back at. I had 8.5, like 9 years on the front line working at the Star and then Yorkshire Live. I'm quite glad to be out of it and not be Joe Crown, Alex Miller and Rob Staten at the minute, after everything that's gone on in the last year. But that season, particularly 15-16, was... So I thought for a minute there somebody was saying disparaging comment for a moment on the book.
No, we don't put them up only when Holly's talking.
Harsh, very harsh. Yeah, so it was one of those where the 15-16 season, I just loved it from a personal point of view of the football that the team played, the characters in that team. You know, you guys have had some of those huge personalities on the show in Barry Bannon and Sam Hutchinson over the years. So it's been thrilling for me to talk to them in depth, and then just pretty much everyone. It's been really humbling to have actually pestered and talked to some of these guys all over again, and some of the stories that they have shared in this book about that period when Carlos was in charge. As somebody who was covering it week on week, I hadn't heard of some of the stories that some of the guys have talked to me about. I'll tell you one now, actually. So Wednesday beat Rotherham on the Friday night, if you remember, on TV. They won 2-1. Lucas João actually had his tooth. Some of it came out.
That one, yeah, he had his tooth
yeah,
smashed
that one.
out, didn't he?
Yeah, it was live on Sky. And then a couple of days later, they were playing Arsenal, of course, at Hillsborough. And so straight after the Rotherham game, Carlos said to a couple of the players, "Oh, you're not going to be involved. You know, we're going to leave you out. We're going to rest you," because he was rotating in the cup competitions. So one of those players was a certain Ross Wallace. So Ross Wallace thought that that's then giving him the weekend off. So he went out on the lash and got pretty battered. And then he rocked up on Monday morning. And then at that point, Carlos said, "Yeah, you're actually going to start in the Arsenal game." And so Ross, and of course, scored, had one of his best games for Wednesday that night. And so, yeah, Ross was very much of the opinion, I should do that more often, really, and go out and get battered. But yeah, Carlos, of course, loved his song. Carlos Had a Dream, and then that got immortalised. If you remember, it was the Brentford away game in 2015. They won 2-1. Lucas João scored in the last minute, and that was when the fans sung it for the first time. But there's little things that I didn't realise Carlos loved it so much that he actually had Carlos Had a Dream written into his shoes.
Really?
So he got a tailor in Portugal to to actually get Carlos Had a Dream written into his shoes, and then also into his suit jacket as a reminder to him, because of just how much he absolutely loved the song and what it represented, and just the fact that he loved being Sheffield Wednesday manager.
I tell you what's dawned on me there. Holly's really good. She's got like a project going on where she kind of customizes clothes and stuff like that. Can you make me a jacket with put that on your podcast in the lining? Can you You get me that? And then Ash on the other side saying biggest U-turn since winter fuel allowance or something like that. You know what I mean? Like I kind of like it. I like that. But that's interesting, Dom. That's so. When are we looking for completion on this role, on this book?
So originally the plan was that it was going to be out just in time for the 10-year anniversary of the playoff final. So that would be May the 28th. It might be out maybe a few weeks earlier than that, possibly.
Oh, wow.
But that's to be confirmed. So, yeah, I mean, I've literally spoken to all the managers involved. So Steve Bruce at Hull, from the Hull side. I've had hours with Carlos. Again, can't thank him enough. And he's done the foreword for the book. Stuart Gray. So the actual start of the book and the journey, so it's not just focusing purely on the 15-16 season. It's actually from when the previous owner bought the club. So there is actually a lot of background into how the takeover happened. And then also, if you remember, there was a certain transfer committee that was set up.
Is that Glenn Roeder and his pal?
Yes, it was Glenn Roeder and originally Adam Pearson, but Adam Pearson left after 3 weeks. And so I again have spoken to I've spoken to Paul Senior, who joined the committee later. So again, interesting insight into the former owner. A lot of the criticism over the years on this pod and elsewhere would be that, there wasn't structure put in place. Why didn't he get football people in it to run the football club? Well, the funny thing is he actually did try, but then what we saw over time is that people found the former owner quite challenging and difficult to deal with.
Yeah,
so
that's why they didn't stay. A shock! Exclusive on the Wednesday week there from Dom Howson.
Yeah. Let's get that in. I feel you're right, because Katrine Mel I thought was outstanding. One impressive woman she was. And then after that we had Mr. Dooley, didn't we? And he would rather go to Shrewsbury than work for the previous owner as well. And I feel like a lot of that comes from the way DC was with his team. But I tell you what, Dom, I had a couple of comments here. So we had oh no, Rob said Voldemort Statton's name. If it wasn't for the Botox, we'd have seen Dan frown. Can we get it on an Audion book? Holly is available with a quite unique accent to do an audio book if you want to record it. That'd be a hell of an audio book. I think
it would sound amazing if Holly did that, but unfortunately, we're not doing an audio book.
Me and Carlos have got the same accent, I think. So you can hire me to play Carlos in the audio book.
I can bring back the DC impression as well for the interludes. You see, we're selling this, Dom.
Can we do like an adaptation, a Wednesday week adaptation of Dom's book? Dan can play DC. Holly is obviously going to be Carlos.
Bookends.
I'll be Dom.
There you are, Dom. You see, we're cheap as well, so you know what I mean. It's
all you need to do, Ash, is you just need to every now and then. All you need to do, Ash, every now and then is just go Doom, and then everyone straight away will get on board with it.
I tell you what, actually, Dom. So before you go and before you tell us where we can buy it, I need to ask you about the memes, about your relationship with the online Sheffield Wednesday community, because I think that Alex and Joe deal with it really well. Like they call out the right people and they're quite measured. And you were there in the early days when being online was fucking feral. You know what I mean? Like, did you have an hard time with that, or did you? Because I know by the end of it, especially when you announced that you were leaving the Star, and the memes with your head on various Sheffield Wednesday moments was one of my favorite days on the internet. I know you lean into it towards the back end, but did you find that tough at the start?
No, not really. I loved it. I still have on my phone. You might be able to see it, but obviously people listening to this, I actually still have my head on top of David Hurst right now, as on my phone. So My favourite one was actually, you remember when Forestieri scored at
Yeah,
Forest?
the one at Nottingham Forest. Yeah, that
But
was always my favourite.
But that one I loved the detail that someone actually went to put my head on a phone of a fan taking the picture of Forestieri. So I absolutely loved that. But yeah, no, to answer your question, yeah, sometimes over the years, definitely the abuse that you get. I mean, you guys will have experienced and had it too. That it just sort of comes with the territory, doesn't it? It doesn't make it right with social media, but yeah, you can't. Sometimes it does go over the line, and you feel like you shouldn't have to tolerate it and accept it, but then at the same time, yeah, it does, like I say, just come with the territory. But I think most of the time over the years for me, I've been quite fortunate, as I do think it's been pretty well-natured and good humour. So I always tend to just have a laugh at myself. Plus, I just give people loads of material to laugh at.
Listen, the balls are out is going to be an all-timer, Dom. The balls are out. It's an absolute all-timer.
It's already there. We've prepared it. It's fine. Yeah. You know, and that's the thing. Whenever there was a signing made or good news, I know that one's coming out straight away. And then if it's bad news, it's then doom. So yes.
Yep.
There you go. There you go. Yeah. So I got a question. Is the book like a chronological, and is it wrote from your point of view as reporting on it?
So it's a mixture, really. So there are areas where I give my opinions on where things went wrong. The specific focusing on the great highs of sort of the 15-16 season when Wednesday come so close. So there's a lot of focus and attention on the Arsenal, the Brighton matches, and then Hull. But it's not just the players and managers that I've spoken to. Again, we've got fans and we've got other journalists who were there at the coalface. You know, so it's pretty much like the whole entire spectrum, former players as well, where I've just tried to shed light on some stories that I don't think people will have heard of. And so I'm hoping that's what people will read the book and they will be intrigued by some of the stories that some of the players tell, and then just again some of the nuggets that it's again just sort of from going back in time that the more that you talk to people, that again just more stories have come out. So it's been absolutely amazing from that point of view. But yeah, I mean the other point, Ash, I suppose, from what you're saying is that I do, over the Carlos's 2.5 years, there are other areas in the book that I felt like I had to touch upon. So obviously, Forestieri refusing to play in the second match of the following season was a huge moment in Wednesday's history at that point. So Forestieri speaks very candidly again about in the book about that affair and everything that went on. So there are moments where, of course, there's then also the Huddersfield, the semi-final the year after. But I think there's a lot of joy in the book. And I think it's important to remind people of, particularly the 15-16 season, it's the first time Wednesday had ever been to the new Wembley. It was the first time Wednesday had gone to Wembley for 23 years. And it's now 26 years and counting. It's the closest Wednesday have come to getting back in the Premier League since 2000. So I wanted to shine a light really on, yes, we didn't get the fairy tale ending, but I think that team did give some amazing moments in sort of modern Wednesday history. And so that's why I felt like this was the start of, I had obviously a lot of people saying, oh, let's do the DC years. But to me, this was, I can see Dan's face there. But that's it.
That'd be a tough sell, that one, Dom, wouldn't it?
Well, yeah.
Come and read about
Simon
the
horror section.
Yeah. Good Lord.
So yes, exactly. That's why I wanted to bring some of the happiness. And again, it's amazing the fan experiences as much in the playoff games and the deeper the connection that Wednesday fans had with that team and Carlos. you really saw it, and it just grew and grew as time went on. And then, you know, I like Henry Winter and many national journalists who were at Wembley for the playoff final. They still say they've never seen a support like that. You know, they've never experienced a fan base like that, bouncing, singing, clapping, even in defeat. And when the team didn't perform anywhere near their best on the day, the big takeaway was the lasting impression that Wednesday fans had at Wembley.
I tell you what, Dom, you've absolutely made me feel a million years old now telling me that was 10 years ago. So thanks for that. I really appreciate it. So if we go onto your socials, we can pre-order it, yeah?
You certainly can, yeah. And so it's www.verticaleditions.com. And again, so you can pre-order that now. And if you do it before the end of February, then you will get your name printed in the hardback edition. So, yes.
Ash, can you share that on our socials, please? And we
Of
will.
course I will. Yeah,
we will get that out. Wickerman says only if he unblocks me on Twitter. And I tell you what, Dom, you've got some. if you've managed to get through to Dom to block you, bloody hell, Wickerman, what were you saying to him? What were you talking about? Listen, Dom, that was amazing. Thanks a lot for joining us tonight, pal. And I wish you all the best with the book. Thanks, man.
No, thank you very much for having me, guys. Speak to you soon. Keep up the good work.
Appreciate it.
Dom.
Cheers, brother. See you later.
Thank you.
Dom Howson there, joining us for live to tell us about his Carlos Had a Dream book. Now, in terms of wrapping this show up, Stevie, I appreciate that, I've not asked anything of you the last 20 minutes as we were speaking to Dom there, but Jan Valery going to, and right, you're going to have to bear with me on this one, lads. Are you ready? Jan Valery has gone to play for Young Boys at the Wankdorf Stadium.
Easy, see, you could do it.
I did really well. Stevie, this is a huge loss, but curiously, a loan move.
Okay. It's a loss given the nature of the squad at the moment, and he was considered one of our better players. I'm not so surprised that it's a loan move. Obviously, with the in the grand scheme of things, trying to get business done before deadline day, it will have been something I would assume, and I've got no information to suggest that this is the case. I would assume it's been done before, well in advance of it being announced, given that the transfer window closed and what have you. So there will have been little bits that needed to be done and sorted. My understanding is he's still under contract till the end of next season. So if he goes, when he goes in the summer, we will get some sort of financial remuneration for him, won't we? I don't believe it's an option to buy. So he's going to go on loan, but then at the end of the season, whatever happens, they'll either come back and say, we like him, we're going to keep him, or he'll come back to Wednesday and then be placed on the transfer market or placed in the shop window, so somebody else will come in. But yeah, it's a loss because he's experienced. He's going to play in the World Cup next season. He's just come back from AFCON. He's got a pedigree that, let's be right, some of our other players just simply don't have. So yeah, how do you replace one of our better players with what we've got? And we've spent a lot of time talking about that over the last sort of hour or so, haven't we? The squad will be weaker without him.
In it. Holly, I think Max Lowe's going to come back from injury, and it's going to be like that Fresh Prince meme.
Yeah.
You know, where it's kind of like in the empty living room, and he goes, "Fuck's everybody gone, lads?" You know what I mean?
He'll be back out with a shoulder injury from carrying the rest of them for the rest of the season.
Right, I think that's about it. Don't forget, please join the walk and run. I will set up that group chat this evening, and I will get you the Strava link. Ashley, you've got some huge other business.
We've got a couple of bits of any other business. Stevie might be saying one thing, but so I'll let Stevie go first. Stevie, go first.
LMS was won this weekend. Yeah, LMS was won this weekend by Sean Ibbotson. That game's been going. It was rolled over. It's been going since September, October time. I think
thank God that's over.
That we started. It's been a long old thing, and for those of you that are in and are watching and part of that group, please continue to promote it. Those of you that aren't, it's a great little community that we keep banging on about, and it grows and grows and grows. Since we started the last round, the last man standing, we've added to the community, and I know we're doing a lot of work on the walk and run around mental health and what have you, but we've now got a sexy little group that's called Hugs and Stuff, where people check in and make sure that everything's all right, place to offload. That's become a little bit of a safe space for people. So if anybody wants to get involved with the last man standing, that will be starting a week on Saturday. We're going to do LMS 8. Watch out on all our socials. We have been quite quiet recently because there's not been a great deal to talk about, but in the next few days, it won't all be Wednesday related, but there's plenty of stuff that you can get after. Sean won £1,022, I think it was, by virtue of beating the runner-up. Who came second, by the way?
The stupid game, anyway.
Yeah.
Who did you
pick, Colin? Who did you pick?
I've got a story.
No, let me just tell you, right? So normally I'm a vibes gal, so I go on vibes alone, and I just pick a random team that I think, do you know what?
Vibes are
why wouldn't they win today? And then because I got down to the last two, I actually looked at it seriously, and that was the mistake that I should not have made. I should have just gone on vibes. Norwich were my vibes gals. That's what I should have gone for. Or obviously Swansea. But I'd already gone against Wednesday 5 times to get to that point.
You're just betting against Wednesday every week, and then the 1 week you didn't, you lost.
Everyone started shaming me in the chat. As much as it's a safe space, it apparently isn't if you go against Wednesday.
I will also double down on that when anybody did bet against Sheffield Wednesday in the last man standing, you were the one that went boo with capital letters every
I just want
single
you
time.
to know that I went against Cambridge, and then I also tweeted them today. Calling them a name.
You're all shit.
What name did you call them, H? Because this is a new one on me, and I say things.
I called them a set of absolute bulbs because I thought I wanted to go for a 4-letter sort of thing, and I didn't want to swear at them, so I called them bulbs. Okay.
So
I didn't want them to block me just in case I need them for something in future.
So keep an eye out for the next last man standing, and you get to ruin Holly's week and life.
Just to make it even better for you, Holly, I messaged Sean and said obviously that the winnings was coming his way, and I said don't spend it all at once. And he went, it's already spent. So he's spent it on his golfing holiday in Morocco. So
well, that's great. My boiler broke this week. Wow. That's what I was going to spend it on Sean.
How bad does Sean? He's going to go on the 18th now. He's going to be putting for a birdie, is it, in golf?
Boot him out of chat.
Yeah, boot him out of chat.
Kick him out. What else have we got, Ashley? It's the big one, isn't it?
Oh yes, yeah. Well, it's getting bloody bigger, isn't it? So yeah, it's coming up to that time of the year. We've seen them. They've been in the supermarkets since September. It's Easter egg time. So in the coming days, we've had the go ahead from the club and everyone involved to ask you guys to part with your hard-earned chocolate and donate some Easter eggs for us.
Unleash the goo.
Yeah, unleash the goo. It could be, yes, I think that could actually be I think that might even be the tagline of this year's Easter egg and not dance swinging parties. So, there'll be stuff going out of the games that we will be setting up and welcoming you all to donate your eggs. So, in the next coming days, fantastic. We've got packed the Sheffield Children's Hospital and the Sheffield Community Project as well. We are all collecting for, so we're going to donate to them. I've spoken to them guys. They're all eagerly awaiting the
We couldn't
eggs.
give them away last year, could we? We had like so many. We were like, do you want some more?
We had so many, Daniel, but not as many as we're going to have this year. So no pressure on everybody, but we've got a little target that we're going to hopefully get to.
You're going for 4 digits, aren't you?
Pardon?
You're going for 4 digits, aren't you?
Maybe, Daniel. Please don't spoil the surprise. But as every donation, we are going to set up a prize. So to put into, we'll have a couple of prizes for every donation to put your name down. So please, if you can, if you can't get to the game, just get in touch with us. And if you still want to donate, we are more than happy to take donations. However, so mate, I'll come to your house if you want to collect at your work. I will come and pick them up and stuff. So,
Mum, There's a man in the garden. He's got a shaved head, looking through the window, asking me about chocolate. What?
Have you got some eggs for me, love? Have you got some eggs?
I think Sean could donate some. Just saying.
No pressure, Sean. You won't get outed in the chat.
I know we're on egg chat, but how mad is it that our podcast has just basically sent a bloke on holiday?
Oh, kick her while she's down, man. Bloody hell.
And then Sean is not going to be able to, and not being able, Holly, to be able to have hot water and have a bath.
Yeah. Brilliant. While she's boiling the kettle to wash the pots, Sean will be, swapping.
In Morocco, swinging his clubs.
In Morocco, swinging. That was earlier on conversation.
Swinging in Morocco. Right, before we descend into filth, because you know what you lot are like, and we wish Jan Valerie all the best with the young boys at the Wankdorf. It's been an absolute pleasure to be joined by you this evening. Thanks a lot to Dom. Thanks a lot for coming in. Ash, Stevie, Holly, it's been absolute pleasure. Have you got a plan for this week? Anything going on?
Work.
Oh, sounds shit.
Running tomorrow, running and walking, however far you may go.
Why do I feel that as soon as I add you into a group chat, you're going to just bully people to get off their arse and start running around Yorkshire?
They need to bully me because I am lazy as.
So there you go, ladies and gents. It's an open season on Holly for bullying in the new Walkathon group chat.
Walkathon?
I don't know. I don't know what it's called. Sorry.
I don't think we've given it a name. We've just called it Run and Walk.
What about we should have called it the Wednesday Walk?
But right, idea time is over now. The post has been made. It's that type of thing we could have done with a week ago. But
I've got an idea, Dan. I've got an idea. Can we do like an extra time where instead of we talk shit in the show for the hour, we can just do it on an extra 20 minutes or whatever?
Honestly, this last 10 minutes could just be a podcast in itself, couldn't it? Just we build it all up and then once a month just bash it up at the Wankdorf. All right, listen, thanks a lot. I'm going. I've had enough. Get out of my house. See you later.
Every week, live from 8 p.m. It's the Wednesday Week. Bringing you football analysis.
They said we'll win the league next season.
Bringing you modern references.
I did a little 1920s fist pump there. Not done that in a while.
If we could do just a 1-to-1, not me because it'd last 7 days apparently, like Craig David.
I should not have said that. I should not have said that.
This show's like you're mental. No, I'm not.
Clip that.
Bringing you terrible impressions.
Wibble, wobble, wobbly, wobbly, wibble, wobble, Cyber Jordan. When, hey, you got to play a 4-4-2. She. I don't know where these jokes are coming from.
Available on all social medias.
Obviously, this goes out on YouTube and as well as all the other social media out there, podcasts, etc.
The award-winning Wednesday Week. Join us.
Put on your pod